Mubarak. We are wishing every Muslim a happy and blessed Eid.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome to a very special episode of Roundup.
We've had a wonderful week celebrating the end of Ramadan, followed by Eid al-Fitr on Monday.
That's right, we hope all of you had a blessed Eid, and we're excited to show you how our global community celebrated this festive occasion.
We'll be doing exactly that, but first, here's the headlines.
A third operation to extract civilians from the heavily bombarded Ukrainian city of Mariupol is underway today. Some 200 civilians are believed to be trapped in underground bunkers at a steel plant. Previous operations, spearheaded by the United Nations and Red Cross, were halted when safety corridors for civilians were attacked. Elections held across the UK this week had the ruling Conservative Party suffering heavy losses. Boris Johnson's party lost about 1 in 6 of the seats they were defending. The results are seen as a blow to Johnson after numerous scandals hit the party during the COVID pandemic. A brutal heatwave is sweeping across India with the highest temperatures seen in over 100 years. India loses nearly $101 billion annually due to heat, with lost labour hours as well as ruined goods like crops. The heat makes work like construction and agriculture dangerous during the hottest hours. Poor infrastructure also makes life harder with a lack of free, clean drinking water and shelter.
Jangi, we were so fortunate to have received Hazur Eid Ta'ala bin Nasr Aziz's guidance twice in the past week.
That's right, Jinnah, first at Eid and then on Jummah. Let's head for this week's Friday sermon summary.
Assalamu alaikum, my dear brothers and sisters. Last Friday, Hazur continued to speak about Hazrat Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, the first Khalifa of Islam. Did you know the first written compilation of the Quran is said to have taken place during Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu's caliphate? During this week's sermon, Hazur mentioned that he would continue the life of Hazrat Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu and the envoys which were sent during his time. Beloved Hazur bin Nasr Aziz said that there were 11 envoys that had been sent. The first was to battle the likes of Dulayha bin Khuwaylid, Malik bin Nuwaira, and Musaylima Ghazab, who were rebellious people who turned away from Islam and were false claimants to prophethood. Hazrat Abu Bakr anhu granted the flag for this envoy to Hazrat Khalid bin Walid anhu and said that he had heard the Holy Prophet ﷺ saying that Khalid bin Walid is a great servant of God and is a sword granted by Allah to use against the disbelievers and hypocrites. Hazur Eid bin Nasr Aziz explained that Dulayha bin Khuwaylid was a false claimant to prophethood who came about closer to the end of the Holy Prophet ﷺ's life. In 9 Hijri, he was part of a group from Banu Asad who travelled to meet the Holy Prophet ﷺ and accepted him. Upon their return, Dulayha fell to apostasy and made a false claim to prophethood. When he made this claim, people from his tribe began accepting him. Once there was a shortage of water, and he advised them to take his horse and travel a short distance, where they would find water, which they did. This led simple people to accept him. He did things such as eliminating prostrations from Salat and claimed that he received revelations. Hazur Eid bin Nasr Aziz said that not only was Dulayha an apostate and false claimant to prophethood, but he also fought against the Muslims and caused them great harm. Hazrat Khalid bin Walid anhu organized the ranks, and then they returned to Tay, where he prepared the army for battle with Dulayha. The battle took place at Buzakha. Uyayna fought on the side of Dulayha at the time. During the battle, Dulayha remained seated and said that he would convey revelations to them about the battle and what would happen. As Uyayna was fighting and suffering defeat, he asked whether Gabriel had yet come to him, to which he replied that he had not. Uyayna realized at the time that Dulayha was false and left him along with Banu Fazara. Dulayha had already prepared a horse and camel to escape with his wife, and he advised anyone left with him to run away as well. As a result, his followers escaped and suffered great defeat. Later, these people realized their mistakes and declared their acceptance of Islam. Hazur Eid bin Nasr Aziz said that eventually Dulayha accepted Islam again. he set out to perform Umrah under the leadership of Hazrat Abu Bakr radhiyallahu anhu. When Hazrat Abu Bakr radhiyallahu anhu was informed of Dulayha's presence, he replied that there was nothing he would do, as God had already guided him back to Islam. Later, during the time of Hazrat Umar radhiyallahu anhu, when he went to pledge allegiance to him, he said that he could not accept him because he had killed Ukasha radhiyallahu anhu and Sabit radhiyallahu anhu. Dulayha replied saying that God had granted them honor with the rank of martyrdoms and had saved him from them, and thus, rather than burning in hell, he was able to remain in this world and accept Islam. Hazrat Umar radhiyallahu anhu accepted his pledge, and Dulayha would go on to fight in Iraq for the Muslims and was martyred in 21 Hijri. Dear brothers and sisters, this was just a very brief summary of last week's Friday sermon, which was filled with many interesting stories and incidents. We hope you are able to hear the full Friday sermon, which can be found on mta.tv. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.
Jazakallah for a summary, and remember to watch the full Friday sermon, which is available online. Jangi, where are we going next?
Well, next we're heading to Islamabad in Tilford to see how a young viewer celebrated their Eid after listening to Hazur Eid bin Nasr al-Aziz's Eid sermon. Now, our reporters were there, so let's see what they have for us.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the Mubarak Mosque in Islamabad. For the first time in over 20 years, the members of the Jamaat are gathering together in the newly redeveloped Islamabad complex to celebrate Eid.
Eid Mubarak Eid, Eid Mubarak Eid, Eid Mubarak Eid, Eid Mubarak Eid, Eid Mubarak Eid.
We gather at the masjid, read special Eid namaz, and we also listen to our beloved Huzur's guidance for us all. But what does this mean for you? Let's find out.
What is your favourite part about Eid?
My favourite part about Eid is that we go to Mubarak Mosque and we do namaz behind Huzur.
My favourite part of Eid is meeting with my friends and reading namaz behind Huzur.
We get to pray to Allah Ta'ala and pray for a better future.
All the celebrations, the namaz, the khutbah, and afterwards when I go home, I have really nice food.
There's when we read the Holy Quran and we do namaz, and I always spend time with my family.
What have you learnt in Ramadan that you'll continue on later?
Reading more the Holy Quran.
Try to wake up for the Hajjat more frequently and read the Holy Quran in bigger parts.
What one thing did you learn from Huzur's sermon?
To be kind to your parents.
Huzur was talking about how you should help your neighbours.
The importance of parents, and that how in Islam we should really respect our parents, and that they are a really high rank and we shouldn't take it for granted. And I also learned that especially in Ramadan too, that namaz and Quran, they're really important, especially in building a closer relationship with Allah.
As we have heard, there are many reasons to celebrate Eid. But beloved Huzur has also given us some advice for all of us celebrating the end of the holy month of Ramadan.
अगर हम ईद मनाएं और मोहम्मद रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ना मनाएं तो हमारी ईद कतन ईद नहीं कहला सकती। फरमाया एक मुसलमान के लिए चाहे मोहम्मद रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की वफ़ात पर 1300 साल से ज़्यादा अरसा गुजर चुका है, अगर इसकी ईद में मोहम्मद रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम शामिल नहीं, अगर वो इस ज़ाहिरी ईद पर मुतमईन हो जाता है तो इसकी ईद किसी काम की नहीं। मोहम्मद रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की ईद सवैयाँ खाने से नहीं आती, ना शीर खुरमों से खाने से आती है, बल्कि उनकी ईद कुरान और इस्लाम के फैलने से आती है। अगर कुरान और इस्लाम फैल जाए तो हमारी ईद में मोहम्मद रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम भी शामिल हो जाएंगे। खुश होंगे कि जिस मिशन को लेकर मैं आया था, आप सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम खुश होंगे कि जिस मिशन को मैं लेकर आया था अभी तक मेरी उम्मत ने उसे कायम रखा हुआ है। बस कोशिश करो कि इस्लाम की इशाअत हो, कुरान की इशाअत हो, ताकि हमारी ईद मोहम्मद रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम, हमारी ईद में मोहम्मद रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम भी शामिल हों।
Let's hope and pray that we remember Hazur's guidance on this special day. Jazakallah for joining us today, and for those of you at home, Eid Mubarak.
Jazakallah for the report. Jahangir, have you ever wondered how Eid is celebrated in different countries?
I sure have. You know what? There's so many countries around the world. So let's go on a trip to see how some of these countries celebrated Eid this year.
What comes to mind when you think of Eid? Is it prayer? Is it the special food? Meeting with friends and family? Or perhaps it's the Eid that we receive from our favorite aunties and uncles. For kids especially, Eid is a time of great happiness.
Eid ho sab mo'minoon ko, Mubarak Eid ho sab mo'minoon ko, Amirul Mo'minin ko doston ko, Amirul Mo'minin ko doston ko, Mubarak Eid ho sab mo'minoon ko, Mubarak Eid ho sab mo'minoon ko, Eid Mubarak.
Eid al-Fitr is celebrated in order to give thanks to Allah for providing us with the blessed month of Ramadan. And as a part of this celebration, we wear our best clothes and get prepared for this prosperous occasion. On our way to the mosque, we recite the Eid Takbir. And once we reach the masjid, we perform our 2 rakats of prayer, which is followed by a sermon given by the Imam. After this, we greet each other and we eat together. Then we invite our friends and family over to our homes and also go to other people's houses for Eid Milan. At this time, we can catch up with our relatives and enjoy each other's company. But for kids, more people also means better games. And with all their friends, they play the classic childhood games. One of the highlights of Eid is definitely the delicious food. For breakfast, my family has a tradition of eating a dish called sevia. And later on in the day, we get to enjoy dishes such as biryani, shahi tukre, and dahi bhalle. So that's how we celebrate Eid. You might do so in a similar way or do things slightly differently. But what remains the same across all cultures and continents is the happiness and the joy we experience on this blessed day. Assalamu alaikum and Eid Mubarak from Bangladesh. Today we've come to Mirpur to celebrate Eid. Though the mosque is under construction, we're still enjoying the Eid with full enthusiasm. We can hear the Eid takbirs from mosque. Let's go inside. In the mosque, our Eid starts with giving money for Eid fund.
The Eid prayer is a bit different. We attend the sermon after the Salat. After the sermon, we attended the silent prayers, where we prayed for the whole mankind. There are many sunnahs that we follow on Eid day, like eating sweets before departing from home and going and returning from mosque using different roads. Eid means festival, and Islam teaches us to share our happiness with everyone.
After 2 years of pandemic, we finally got our chance to embrace each other with love and brotherhood like the past.
In the Eid sermon, Huzur has told us to keep good relationship with our relatives.
Now my Eid celebration will continue with my relatives. Now I'll take my leave. Eid Mubarak.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala barakatuh. Eid Mubarak. Welcome to the Gambia. My name is Basil Jao. Today on Roundup, I am going to show you how we Gambians celebrate Eid ul-Fitr, known as Korite. Come with me.
Eid Mubarak Eid, Eid Mubarak Eid.
Eid ul-Fitr is one of the most important festivals for the Muslims around the world that is celebrated every year at the end of Ramadan, the month of fasting. This year in Banjul Kombo, Eid prayer time was 9 o'clock in the morning. So early in the morning, I put on a beautiful dress and went to Baitul Salam Mosque with my younger brother. We offered Eid prayer in the mosque and listened to the Eid sermon, after which we met with friends and elders and took pictures with family. Kids were being handed sweets. I also had mine. After spending this great time in the mosque, we went home to listen to the Eid sermon of Huzur and also participated in silent prayer led by our dear Huzur. My mom had prepared very delicious porridge, which we all enjoyed and had a great time with my family. It is a tradition in Gambia to visit family and friends on Eid Day. In the afternoon, I went to meet one of my friends at his house. My friend's elder brother gave me salibo, that is idi. From there, because we had received salibo from elders, we went and bought some snacks that we enjoyed together. In the Gambia, boys come together and play football on Eid Day. I also went to play football with my friends and we enjoyed it a lot.
This is in brief how we celebrate Eid in my country. Eid Mubarak. I hope you enjoyed it. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ataul Hadi Kanda. Like all Muslims in the world, here in Ghana, we are also celebrating Eid. Eid Fitr is celebrated after Ramadan every year. On this day, we have fun games and we enjoy ourselves. The Amir of Ghana also gave us some gifts. MTA Ghana has a special program for Eid this year. Let's see it.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, and welcome to this very special Eid broadcast coming to you live from Wahab Adams Studio here in Accra, Ghana, broadcasting across the length and breadth of Africa and indeed all around the world through this very blessed channel of Muslim television, Ahmadiyya. We have here with us our young children who are helping us to celebrate the Eid. Quickly, what's your name? Kanda, please talk louder so that they can hear you. Osman? Samir? Waban. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to see who can land the most, consider it as a basketball of a type. It's on the table, right? So I'll give you the ball, 3 balls each. You each throw 1, 2, 3, and let's see who can land all or none in. Okay? So let's start with you. Kanda, right? Yeah, you have your 3 balls, so all of you go back, give him the table, give him the space, and we start with you. So your job is to make sure that you get it into the basket over there, right? Some sort of a basket. Let's go. Okay, Nara Takbir!
Europeans we say Eid Mubarak. To Asians we say Eid Mubarak.
In Ghana, we also have special get-together after Eid.
To Muslims we say Eid Mubarak. Traditionalists we say Eid Mubarak. A happy and blessed Eid.
That is from Ghana. Eid Mubarak to you all.
Americans we say Eid Mubarak. To UK we say Eid Mubarak. A happy and blessed Eid.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah, setelah kita sebulan penuh menjalankan ibadah puasa di bulan Ramadan, akhirnya kita sampai juga di hari kemenangan, Hari Raya Idul Fitri. Kamu tahu nggak, di Indonesia, Idul Fitri juga dikenal dengan sebutan Lebaran. Terus, gimana ya suasana Lebaran di Indonesia? Yuk ikut saya. Pagi ini keluarga saya bersiap-siap untuk melaksanakan sholat Id. Alhamdulillah, karena keadaan pandemi sudah membaik. Tahun ini pemerintah mengizinkan pelaksanaan sholat Id di masjid. Nah, biasanya saat Lebaran saya dan para sepupu dapat uang THR atau uang hari raya. Hihihi, asyik banget. Setelah itu kami sekeluarga menikmati hidangan khas Lebaran. Di Indonesia, Lebaran rasanya kurang lengkap kalau belum ada ketupat, hidangan dari beras yang direbus di dalam bungkus anyaman daun kelapa. Biasanya, ketupat dinikmati dengan menu-menu khas Lebaran lainnya, seperti opor atau sejenis kari dan rendang atau daging yang dimasak dalam santan dan rempah-rempah dalam waktu yang lama. Selain itu, keluarga di Indonesia juga suka menyiapkan kue-kue kering di hari Lebaran. Sore harinya kami menonton khutbah Idul Fitri dari Huzur. Eid Mubarak Huzur. Itu dia tadi suasana Hari Raya Idul Fitri di Indonesia. Kami dari Indonesia mengucapkan Eid Mubarak. Selamat Hari Raya Idul Fitri 1443 Hijriah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dadah.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, walillahil hamd, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah.
السلام عليكم. في أواخر شهر رمضان الكريم يستعد المسلمون لاستقبال عيد الفطر المبارك، إذ يقومون بشراء الملابس، تحضير كعك العيد وتنظيف البيت وتحضيره. سيكون معنا الأخ مهدي والأخ عبد الكريم من مسجد سيدنا محمود ليحدثانا عن أواخر شهر رمضان وأيام العيد المبارك.
السلام عليكم. هكذا تكون أجواء رمضان في مسجد سيدنا محمود، حيث يقوم الإخوة والأخوات بحضور المسجد للصلوات الخمس، خصوصا صلاة الفجر والعشاء مع التراويح التي هي صلاة خاصة برمضان. تكون الأجواء مميزة وذات طابع روحاني خاص بهذا الشهر.
أما يوم العيد يتميز بحضور المسجد لصلاة العيد، حيث يأتي أهل بلد الكبابير إلى المسجد لأداء صلاة العيد والاستماع لخطبة العيد، إذ نقوم أيضا بالتصافح مع الأحباء والأقرباء. تتميز أيضا أيام العيد بجمعة الأهل والأصحاب والتجمع على مائدة الطعام احتفالا بإنهاء صيام شهر رمضان المبارك.
تقوم الأخوات بتحضير كعك العيد، إذ تقوم بصنع هذا النوع من الكعك فقط بأيام العيد. يتكون من طحين، سميد، زبدة والتمر المطحون، طبعا مع بعض البهارات الخاصة، ويقومن بتقديمه في أيام العيد.
عيد مبارك وكل عام وأنتم بخير.
كل عام وأنتم بخير.
كل عام وأمير المؤمنين بألف خير.
كل عام والأمير المؤمنين والجماعة الإسلامية الأحمدية بألف خير. كل عام وأنتم بخير.
عيد سعيد ومبارك. أحب أن أعيد على حضرة أمير المؤمنين وأقول له كل عام وأنتم بخير.
عيد فطر سعيد.
كل عام وأنتم بخير. عيد فطر مبارك.
كل عام وأنتم بخير، العام عليكم بالخير والصحة.
كل عام وأنتم بخير. عيد فطر مبارك.
بمناسبة عيد الفطر المبارك كل عام وأنتم بخير.
كل عام أنتم بخير. كل عام أنتم بخير. عيد مبارك.
لا إله إلا الله، الله أكبر، الله أكبر، ولله الحمد.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Usman. Today is the blessed day of Eid Fitr. I am going to Beit Zikr Masjid for namaz and khutbah Eid, and afterwards I will meet my friends Hadi and Talha.
ईद होगी यही रास्ता है, अगर तुम चलोगे हकीकत में प्यारो तभी ईद होगी.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Eid Mubarak.
Khay Mubarak.
खुद को सिधाना गरीबों पे अपना सभी कुछ लुटाना.
Friends, did you know that Prophet Jabir bin Abdullah Razak related that on the day of Eid, the Holy Prophet Muhammad used to return home after offering prayers, using a different route from that which he came by.
Is there a specific reason?
Yes, as the Holy Prophet Muhammad would meet more people on the day of Eid.
Thank you, Usman, for teaching us something new. Let's take a different route home. Let's go.
अहबाब जमात को हो ये ईद मुबारक. अहबाब जमात को हो ये ईद मुबारक. अहबाब जमात को हो ये ईद मुबारक. ईद मुबारक ईद ईद मुबारक ईद मुबारक ईद मुबारक.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Eid is a special day in the life of every Muslim. Eid al-Fitr is a Muslim festival. It is a day when the Muslim faithfuls commemorate the successful completion of the 29 or 30 days of fast in the whole month of Ramadan. Today, May 2nd, 2022, Muslim faithful in Nigeria are joining the rest of the world to celebrate Eid al-Fitr. I am presently at Tahir Mosque, Ojokoro, Lagos State, the national headquarters of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jama'ah in Nigeria. Members and non-members are trooping in large numbers to observe the Eid prayer.
Eid Mubarak Eid, 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 Eid Mubarak Eid.
The Eid prayers have just been observed, and as you can see, people are moving about joyfully, appreciating the favors of Allah for sparing their lives up to this moment. Now, join me as I interview some of my fellow Ahmadi Muslims. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa barakatuh.
Please, your name?
Tolawi Ali.
Any message for the Muslims on lessons learned from Ramadan?
Yes, I learned to observe our prayers regularly, to read our Qurans regularly, and to observe Sadaqah, and to live a pious life.
How do you feel about witnessing this year's Eid al-Fitr?
I'm very happy to witness this Eid al-Fitr because we're able to make it to this year Ramadan. May God make us witness more of this Eid al-Fitr.
Amen. What will be activities for the day? We prayed and listened to lecture by Amir Shah. So we are going to enjoy ourselves with our families and eat.
We at Fal Ahmadiyya from Nigeria wish everyone Eid Mubarak.
Thank you for joining us on this special Eid report. Till another time we come your way, I am Bashidin Mahmoud Omoyele reporting from Nigeria.
Eid Mubarak Eid, Eid Mubarak Eid.
Alhamdulillah, we've been fortunate enough to experience another blessed Ramadan. Our mosques were full of people while still distancing.
Today we're celebrating Eid al-Fitr, one of my favorite occasions in the year. We just did namaz and listened to the sermon. Now I'm off to see my friends and family.
From the whole team here, we wish you a wonderful Eid Mubarak. Now we turn to our viewers across America.
Eid Mubarak! Eid Mubarak!
I hope everyone's having a wonderful Eid today. I had lots of fun with my family and friends.
I look forward to people realizing what Eid actually is, that whatever we've done in the past in Ramadan, we continue to improve on in the future.
Eid Mubarak to dear Hazur and all the other Ahmadi Muslims around the world.
Assalamu alaikum to all my dear Muslim brothers and sisters. Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak to Hazur and all my Ahmadi family around the world.
My most favorite part about Eid is praying in the masjid and seeing my friends and family.
Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak.
I would like to wish every single one of my Ahmadi family Eid Mubarak. I hope all of you have a wonderful day.
We love seeing how our viewers around the world celebrate Eid.
For sure, and you know what? We asked you guys to send your Eid drawings, and here's what you sent in.
These are from Hadika and Tessina. That looks great.
Next, we have Yasmin, who sent us this.
Zakri and Leila sent us this, very colorful.
And last one from Amina. Jazakallah for all those drawings.
Hold on, Jangir, we're not done yet, as our viewers also send us their Eid Mubarak messages. Let's take a look.
Assalamualaikum, Eid Mubarak.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Ramiz Ahmed. My name is Abdul Salam Anish.
My name is Ramiza Manahil.
And we all wish you a happy Eid Mubarak.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Eid Mubarak to our beloved Hazur and all the people in the world. Eid Mubarak Eid. Eid Mubarak Eid. Eid Mubarak Eid. Eid Mubarak Eid. Eid Mubarak.
आप सबको ईद मुबारक. Eid Mubarak to all of you around the world. Eid Mubarak everyone around the world. I hope you have a happy Eid. Nafis.
Feliz Día del Eid a todos los musulmanes desde España. अस्सलाम वालेकुम प्यारे हजूर, स्पेन की तरफ से आपको ईद मुबारक.
Eid Mubarak para todos los musulmanes del mundo.
Feliz día de Eid para todos los musulmanes y os deseo un próspero año y lleno de bondad a todo el mundo.
Os deseo desde Jamaat Ahmadiyya, España, feliz el día de Eid.
Eid Mubarak.
Me llamo Esnofal Ahmad.
Me llamo Samiasha.
Me llamo Asma Shakil. Vivimos en Valencia. Eid Mubarak para todos. Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak!
As always, Jazakallah to all our viewers for sending in your views on the topics we talk about every week. We always look forward to hearing your thoughts on the topics we discuss on this show.
Remember to keep an eye out on our social media at Roundup MTA on Twitter and Instagram for a preview of what topics so you can have a chance to be featured.
Unfortunately, that's it for this special episode of Roundup.
We once again wish everyone Eid Mubarak from myself, Gambia, and the rest of our Roundup crew.
Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.
We are wishing every Muslim a happy and blessed Eid. To Africans we say Eid Mubarak. To Europeans we say Eid Mubarak. To Asians we say Eid Mubarak. A happy and blessed Eid.